and they can speak underwater. But no, Mira creates a fucking air bubble. Also, yeah, that's Mira. If you didn't know who the fuck that was, they show one room in Atlantis. Jason Momoa looks terrible underwater because it's clear that he's like holding his breath underwater and shit. They got him in a pool and a harness and shit, but it just looks just horribly rendered. You can't speak underwater for whatever reason, which damages the character a little bit. Also, Jason Momoa, also not in this movie a lot, but when he is totally broed out. Which, I mean, I'm not gonna bro hate because I'm a total bro myself, but bro, calm the fuck down. You know, and I think that was just direction and shit that he had got. Like, he was just bro the fuck out. Like, bro the fuck out to where we meet Aquaman in Iceland. He's, helping a village get food in exchange for liquor. Aquaman has a serious liquor problem in this movie for some reason. And it's Iceland in the wintertime, and he's just taking his shirt off. No, like, what well, you know what? Been Aquaman for a little while, just gotta take my shirt off, bro. He was just there basically to take his shirt off. And I really want to know what his workout regimen was, because I kind of want to look like that. I just had to say that. I want to like Jason Momoa, but Jason Momoa is just not a good actor. But when he's playing a bro, he can tap into it. But at the same time, the shit was kind of forced. Speaking of forced, and speaking of bad storytelling, let's talk about The Flash. Now, a lot of people like The Flash. I did not. The Flash in this movie, I think that they were going for Flash having ADHD or being somewhere on the spectrum, but they didn't outright say it, which would have helped a little bit if they did. A lot of his storyline, again, if you don't watch The Flash on television or you don't read The Flash, you're not familiar with him at all you know about him is that he probably runs fast. It's just like, he's just there to just joke. And all he does is joke in moments that really don't need it. Like, you could progress the storyline by letting some things rest and some things be dramatic, but no, he's just there to joke around. One plot point that they bring up with the Flash is that he always has to be eating. They show it one scene, he's like eating the most disgusting looking pizza I've ever seen in my life. And then you never see him eating again. He brings up his blood sugar later on and stuff, but like, it was just like, he's and I don't think that they don't establish when exactly Flash got his powers, but I think he's like fairly new to the game because he's tripping all over the place. He's falling down. He hasn't been in battle before. He's afraid, which sets up one of the best scenes in the movie. One of the best scenes in the movie was during one of the first team battles that they have. And Flash is like, look, I've never been in battle before. I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. And Batman's just like, just save one person. Like, if you save one person, you'll know what to do. That was a really good scene in that movie. And it was just like, look, just get in there, do me a favor, save one person. That's all you got to do. You'll figure it out. Now, Cyborg. Cyborg, or MacGuffin Man, is basically, he's been created by the other MacGuffins in this movie, the mother boxes. And he's basically he can speak to any computer. You can find out anything going on or whatnot through the internet or whatever. He can control machines. And he looks like that old 90s screensaver that was like the cube that like changed into different shapes and shit. Yeah, he looks like that. He looks awful. I have a homeboy, Brandon, Jax_cosplay on Instagram. He does his cyborg costume way better. Yeah, and Cyborg is just, he's basically there to be the Deus Ex Machina that Batman usually is in these movies. Like, he's basically the know-it-all of the group, and he's just basically there to just be convenient to the plot when we need it. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much all I got from him. He lived in Gotham, and apparently there's all types of abandoned streets now. They go out of their way to make sure that you know that places are abandoned and there aren't people there, so the collateral damage won't be much. And it was just all over the place. This movie was a fucking mess. They added a whole lot of jokes in this movie, which is like, I guess they in Joss Whedon's rewrites did make this shit better, because it's like there's a big serious tone and then there's jokes and shit in it, and it's just like, I was just like, yeah, I'm okay on this. This shit is not helping. It's not making me feel better about this horrible movie that I literally sat there in the most comfortable chair in the movie theater, drinking my cream soda and eating my flatbread pizza, thinking, God damn, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, and I want to be able to enjoy this shit, and I just couldn't. And I'm not even saying that this was a terrible movie. I'm just saying that, God damn, this ain't even a halfway decent movie, because it's all over. It's almost like a fucking fan film, They wanted to put more jokes in, so they cut out the part where Batman and Aquaman's dads are both named Thomas. That's real. That's a real thing. Batman and Aquaman's fathers are both named Thomas, which they could have put that shit in there. I was honestly, when they went to bring Superman back to life, Batman was like, oh, I got a contingency plan if shit goes wrong. I was hoping, I really was, I was hoping that when Superman is beating the shit out of them, because he went kind of crazy when they first brought him back to life, which you kind of would. And he's like, and when they brought him back to life, he's beating the living shit out of him. I thought Batman was going to just yell out, Martha, and then just relax him or whatever. Now, he brings out Lois Lane, which they didn't even pay back the scene in Batman vs. Superman where Flash goes back in time to talk to him about Lois being the key. They didn't pay that shit off at all. I wish they could have. Which would have made this sort of connected to it and almost a better movie. But no, that wasn't it. That wasn't it at all. And you know what would have made this a better movie if this whole movie was about how Steppenwolf came down and brought Superman back to life to use him to take over the world. Then the Justice League would have got together and fought against him, brought out Lois Lane to snap him out of it, and then took down Steppenwolf. That would have been a much better fucking movie than what the fuck we got. But we got this shit where at the beginning of time, I guess, Steppenwolf came down, and then like the Atlanteans, the Amazonians, and men, and two obscure Green Lanterns came in and fought them off. And then the Atlanteans kept a mother box, the Amazonians kept one, and both of them guarded it, because, that's what you do. Then the humans had their mother box and dug the most shallow fucking hole ever and stuffed it in. So, yeah, there's that. And you guys may be wondering who the fuck Steppenwolf is. You'll watch this movie and you'll never find out, because it's like Steppenwolf is kind of just there. He's a big gray CGI mess who, when they fight him and beat him at the end and his helmet falls off, I was just hoping that Thor would have picked it up, put it in the Eternal Flame, and Ragnarok would have fucking started, because I wish I would have watched Thor Ragnarok again instead of this shit. Which is not a good movie. I give this movie a C- because it tried. It tried and it failed, but at the same time it didn't fail enough to actually fucking fail. But at the same time, it was not a good movie at all. Now, there are people who enjoyed this movie. You guys are entitled to that opinion. Just please stop getting angry at people for not sharing your same thoughts, because seriously, I didn't think it was a good movie. Now, if you thought it was, that's you. Good for you. Me personally, it's not a good movie at all. I did not enjoy it. I was just there. I left the theater confused, as did a lot of people in the theater that I was in. Hell, my theater wasn't even halfway full when I watched this shit on both occasions. So, yeah, that's my review. So, you guys want to watch it? Go right on ahead. Tell me what you guys thought about it. Me, personally, I didn't expect much from this movie, but I expected more than what the fuck they gave me, apparently. So this movie is not good, and I hope to see them correct themselves in the future. I don't see that happening, honestly. But yeah, Black Panther's out in a couple months, so we got that to look forward to, y'all. So I guess I'll see you guys at the movies. And my contact, if y'all want to hate on me for not liking this movie and picking it apart, go right the fuck ahead. My social media will be left in the show notes, so you can do just that. So I will see you guys at the movies.